A mountain cave on the outskirts of Ostia. Here, a sacred weapon lies waiting, the seal guarding it broken. However, to retrieve the weapon, one must pass a trial. A long, seemingly uncrossable distance. Eliwood must overcome the challenge with the help of his friends. Eliwood's true strength will soon be sorely tested. Chapter 28, Valorous Roland. Ah, sweet Ninian. This time, you will open the gate. So, you intend to resist me to the end? You only joined me to postpone your own friends' deaths, did you? You never had any intention of offering your aid freely. Heh heh heh. Whether you wish it or not, it is all the same to me. I will call forth a dragon and claim its quintessence. I will harness a power never before seen on this world. And I will become this world's master. That is my desire. Ninian, you are but a tool to help me achieve that end. I don't want to help you. I don't want to do it. Don't want to? You are truly amusing. My dear, I am not looking for your consent. You are weak, and I am strong. You will bend before me. No. It's the same as when I sacrificed Eliwood's father. With enough energy, I do not need your acquiescence. Come, Ninian, open the gate. No, no, no. No! I can't do those kinds of screams. So, at last, your true form is liberated. To where do you hope to run, beast? You'll never be human. Why do you cling to them so? What would Eliwood say if he saw your hideous form? Ninian, for one such as you, there will never be a place you can call your home. I never imagined there could be a place like this in Lycia. The air is so hot, it even hurts to breathe. Look down there, there's lava everywhere. Hey, and next to the path, are those columns of flame? Long ago, in the depths of this cavern, when Lycia was a single country, an altar was built. Here, in this place? There's something here that needs protection from those with evil hearts. Durandal, right? That's correct. The weapons we wielded contained great strength. Power fearsome enough to cut down dragons. Today, the might in those remaining weapons is not what it once was. Yet, they have been safeguarded to keep them from evil hands. This place, no one stepped foot in here since Roland's death. Roland's presence still fills the air. All that reside here now are former soldiers who guard the sword. This is your trial, Eliwood. A few of you may enter, but only you can approach the altar. Go and prove that you have the strength to wield Durandal. Welcome to chapter 28. We have a bit of a more unique and interesting map here. At first glance, you will see that Eliwood here in the center has been cordoned off from the rest of our army. He's actually completely stuck here in this kind of middle alleyway here, where he is forced to face all of these enemies in this section alone by himself. Luckily, he did in the previous chapter gain a promotion that will help him out with this quite significantly. Now, I will say regarding Eliwood's promotion bonuses, the actual stats he gains aren't, I would say not as good. He gets a little bit more strength and he gets a little bit more defenses, I think. But because of how low his res already was, for instance, the extra, I think 3 points of res from his promotion doesn't really patch things up all that much. Although it's kind of the same as where Lin was in that situation, just minus the talisman. And essentially also, he doesn't get that much bonus speed, right? I think this is only +1 point of speed, which still leaves him at 13, which is still kind of slow. So that is still going to be an ongoing weakness of Eliwood's unless we can get some lucky speed levels in the coming chapter. Which, this chapter does kind of serve as a let's catch promoted Eliwood up back to the rest of our army, because he does get his promotion does come quite a bit later, and as a result, he is going to be behind level-wise compared to the rest of your army. That said, we do get a chance to kind of train him up a little bit more here. I think the big thing that he gets from his promotion is actually the horse. So as a Knight Lord, Eliwood gains access to a horse and thus gains +2 move instead of the usual +1 for a footlocked promoted unit. Eliwood, now with a horse, while not having the 8 movement that promoted paladins do, 7 movement is still very, very useful. And also having a horse gives him access to, I believe he gets access to Canto, so that provides another extra layer of utility there for rescuing and unit positioning if we so need another unit to be able to do that. With 16 aid as well, he definitely will probably end up being quite a good rescue dropper for sure, if if his combat stats are not as impressive. Although at this 18 strength is still, I think, pretty darn good for Eliwood, so he can at least do something with that. So yeah, that is Eliwood after promoting there. Just kind of to take a look at the rest of the map here, we have, as Athos said, only a few of us can come in here with Eliwood, and so we only get 4 extra deployment slots here, 2 on each side here, and we can see on these side alleys here. On the left, we have a group of, or I guess I should say, a line of a bunch of magic units. And on the other side, on the right, we have a line of a bunch of archers and 1 straggler knight over here. So that kind of gives you an idea of the kinds of units that we'll want to deploy on each side here. Over here, units that can deal with the archers, and over here, units that can deal with the mages. Another thing I should mention about Eliwood that is going to greatly help him out here is that with his promotion, he gains access to D rank lances and thus access to javelins and 1-2 range. That is another really important element to him that allows him to actually, in the situations where he might be attacked, for instance, by these archers, Eliwood can actually go ahead and try and take those guys out himself as well, because of the access to the javelins. Which is very nice, although I will say the javelin will weigh him down by a little bit, so we do need to watch out for his speed. Okay, that is really, okay, one more thing is if we're going through all the little enemies here, we can go take a look at the boss over here, George, I think, as a level 15 berserker with 60 HP, 27 strength, and some pretty insane defenses, like a whole capped res stat here. He also comes with a strong tomahawk, 1-2 range. It's basically a stronger hand axe, with basically an effective attack of 40. So this guy is very, very strong. The only thing I think keeping him from being the super ultra scary threat is the fact that he's not particularly fast. So we won't have to worry about getting doubled by him as much as compared with, say, Lloyd from the last chapter, right? That said, you know, with the kind of crazy offensive and defensive stats of this boss, he's definitely not going to be easy to take down. So we'll have to see how that goes when we get there. As for all the other enemies, there's not really any stealables here. All of the items that we are interested in collecting here are all droppable when the enemy is taken out. There's a bunch of elixirs, and of note, the rapier here, we actually get a second rapier for Eliwood as his PRF weapon. So if you're worried about running low on rapier uses, you do get a second one in this chapter that will most likely last you till the end of the game. For me especially, I'm especially not worried about it because my Eliwood, I've only used 16 uses of his rapier. We're not even halfway done with the first rapier, so I suspect that we're probably not going to be running out of rapier uses, especially with this extra rapier that we get. Yeah, other than that, like I said, everything else is, I think, just elixirs, which are definitely useful at this point in the game, as our unit's HP stats have gotten quite a bit higher to the point where vulneraries don't really heal a significant portion of our health anymore. So those elixirs will certainly be useful, could certainly be useful in the long run if we need some emergency heals on specific units. Yep, that's really all I have to say about this chapter before we start in the prep section. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my time to pick out my units, get my preps done, and then I will see you after that. All right, finished with preps. Now, with only five slots for deployment, one of them being forced to play on Eliwood, so really only 4, you'd think there's not that much to think about for this, but I actually did spend a pretty decent amount of time thinking about what I wanted to do here. So for our 4 units, we are bringing Priscilla, Lynn, Hector, and Nils. Now I have very specific reasons for wanting to bring these units. There are a number of things that I would like to try out, some strategies and some ideas I had in mind. I don't know if they're perfect or optimal. I might not even be able to execute them properly at all, or they just might be bad strategies. But I felt like playing around, having some fun, so I think I have a couple ideas here for what I want to do. So those are the positions over there for their formations. I'll go ahead and talk about a little bit about some of their items. Here we go. So one thing is, I think this might also be a chapter where you don't get Merlinus. It sure made it seem like that, and if we do get Merlinus, oh well, that works, I guess. But if we don't get Merlinus, there are quite a few items that I do want to try and grab, so I have kind of emptied our inventory slots a little bit this time. Yeah, so that we can hold on to those items when we get them. For Eliwood here, I've given him Harkin's Brave Sword, as well as a Javelin, right? So he's got 1-2 range, and since he has a bit of a speed issue, if we still run into that, the Brave Sword will definitely be able to help there. Priscilla, I've given her specifically 2 staves here, Rescue and Warp. Warp I have a very specific use case for that I'll show off later in the chapter, and Rescue is kind of there just in case we need to do something like save Eliwood or save any of our other lords from a precarious situation. Lynn over here I've equipped with the steel bow, and I've also given her a pure water. As you saw before, if you didn't notice, I have Lynn on the side with all the mages, so I've given her the pure water here just to help her fare a bit better defensively there. So we're actually getting to put to use some of the pure waters that we've gotten way back in the earlier days of the game. Hector over here is pretty much the same as always, just with 1 empty slot just for an item pickup, and Nils over here is also the same with all the rings here that I'm bringing here, mainly because I feel like the buffs from the rings here will actually prove to be quite helpful against the boss at the very end of the stage, especially if we want to try and get Eliwood that kill for the experience. I don't know how necessary they'll be, but we'll see when we get there, I suppose. Other than that, they're actually, I think we're good inventory-wise, as if you can see here. I am full. Merlinus is completely full. So there's a couple extra things here. I actually want to sell these items that we got last chapter, the guiding ring and the blue gem there. And then, sorry, I forgot to do this while I was doing my preps, but if there are any extra items that I could sell, I don't really need to do that right this instant. Just because I don't expect to be sending anything to... Or I don't expect to be sending anything to Merlinus in this chapter. Although, oh, the Iron Rune might be helpful here. Just to have on someone. I think we're really limited on inventory slots at the moment, so we'll just have to make do. But if we do have to face a crit chance, that could actually be really important if we're dealing with the boss. If the boss has a decent crit chance, it doesn't look like he should. Well, actually it does look like he should because of the Berserk Staff. Here's what I think I'll do actually. Nils, if you could bring this along with you, just in case. I will... Do I replace the elixir here? I'll replace the elixir here. We just need to make sure that we keep Nils out of range and safe the entire time. Although there is one situation where I think we might run into a little bit of trouble, but I think I have an idea for what to do about that. So it just might slow down our play a little bit. But I think I want to hold on to that Iron's Rune just in case. I could also replace one of the rings, but... I kind of want all of them. They all might be useful, so I'll hold on to this for now. Yeah. Bit of other last minute changes here. Is there anything I need to sell? Because we are really full in inventory after all that shopping we did last map. All these silver swords, right? All these silver weapons, I should say. Of course, I can always, if I'm really full, I can actually always offload these onto my other party members. They technically act as storage space. Yeah, I could really just offload, I think. Like Oswin here, we can just have him grab a bunch of random items that we don't really need, like all our door keys, for example. That will probably... See, I'm already using Kent to store a bunch of vulneraries that I'm probably not even going to use that much. Yeah, as for weapons, there's definitely a lot to store here. Like, I can store the iron sword, the extra steel sword here. Extra steel lance, extra iron lance, just to empty it out a little bit. We don't really need to worry about it too much. We'll just leave it there. Okay. Yeah, with that, I'll go ahead and save all those formation changes, and we'll get this chapter started. Listen, Eris. You know how Eliwood is. Never wants to burden anyone else. Takes all responsibility on himself. Now, more than ever, we have to support him. Let's go, Eris. Indeed, indeed, indeed. And I should say, one of the reasons why I primarily brought Priscilla, besides the warp staff, is to have a staffer here at all with Physic, just in case we need to heal Eliwood and he's not in a good position. We can heal him at range with Priscilla. Alright, so let's just go ahead and one by one try and execute on our plan here. We are gonna have to worry about this guy, admittedly, although I think we can probably get Hector up there to take the longbow guy out so we don't have to worry about him. This won't be in your attack range at all, so I am not concerned. We'll go ahead and just get Eliwood over here. We're gonna make plenty of use of the rapier here, especially since we're getting a second one, so I have no qualms with using it here. Oh, you hear that? Nay on the crit. Ooh, very, very nice effect there. Okay, perfect. I just need to make sure I keep Nils out of your range, which is plenty easy to do. So we're gonna bring Nils over here. One benefit of bringing Nils on the Hector side is that it'll dramatically boost Hector's movement, which he definitely wants if we want him to keep up on the right side over here. Although, okay, he doesn't, because the pillar has an extra move slot. That's not a big deal though. Oh, wait. Okay, I see. Yeah, what we're gonna do, I think, is maybe we don't hand axe here. No, he's just gonna go after Eliwood. If I don't kill him, but if... Okay, I think these archers are probably... I was thinking of maybe trying to get Eliwood these kills, but I think we're just gonna let Hector get them. Yeah, I really just wanted to get rid of the longbow guy there, since Eliwood has no way of countering him. Okay, Hector should be fine over there. Now, for my strat over here, my initial strat basically consists of using pure waters to, well, I already said it, to use pure waters to mitigate Lynn's lower res so that you can handle these attacks better. Luckily, after her promotion and all these levels that she's gotten after that, her res has kind of recovered a fair bit. So she's not doing too bad res-wise now. See, like, we're only taking 3 from this mage over here. I think the main guy we're really concerned about is this guy up here. Gotta pay attention to him. Why? Because he's a sage and he's got bolting. He's not gonna be hitting quite as hard as like the previous annoying bolting users we had to deal with, like Sonya, right? As the boss of that a couple chapters ago. But Lynn with her low res will still take a pretty hefty hit from that. And additionally, right, the problem is this with bolting, that means this guy is also threatening Eliwood by quite a bit once he gets over here. So once he gets over here, we don't want him to be getting hit by those boltings. I have an idea for how to deal with this guy quickly that we will get to when it comes down to it. So here, I'm just gonna go ahead, and this is where Lynn having bow access is quite nice, because this allows her to actually go ahead and come in here and take this guy out. No need for the pure water just yet. I don't really want to lure you out with Priscilla. So we're gonna move out over here and just wait. All right, yeah, these enemies are all going to start advancing. Yeesh, okay. Yeah, this is no problem for Hector here. Yeah, there's plenty of other units I could have brought here. Florina would have been good, or any of my flyers would have been good. Lowen would have been good. But I just felt it fitting that we let our lords accompany Eliwood on his little trial here. Okay, let's see here. What are we gonna do? Admittedly, the knight here is a little bit annoying. Here, okay, here's where the strat I think comes in. We're not gonna, well, actually, we can't, I don't think we want to take the, yeah, we don't want to take the pillar here. I actually just want to position myself right here with the steel bow and use a pure water. This is going to really minimize the damage we're taking on this next turn here from both of these guys. Okay, I don't want to position, I don't want to position Eliwood on a lava tile if we can, because as you saw over here, those pillars of fire were doing damage to these guys, and a pretty hefty amount too, 10 damage, and to you, yeah, 10 damage is 10 points of damage, which is a lot, right? It's definitely nothing to scoff at for sure. Hector will be totally fine clearing these guys out with the hand axe. Right here. We'll bring Nils up along as well. But he should be completely safe from these guys. Now... yeah, okay. Good thing, one thing that's good here is that the rapier does have effectiveness against the knights here. So we are still able to take this guy on 1 round. For the rest of these guys, they are not particularly threatening. That's 4 damage from you. That's going to be plus 3 damage there, so 7 damage. But he has enough HP to 7, 14 plus 3. He'll be fine. We can physic him next turn if necessary. I definitely want to take this guy out though. Alright, cool. I think we're all positioned here. I don't really need to physic just yet, and I don't want... I'm honestly just trying to get Lynn some more experience here. Level 9 is good. She's actually pretty much caught up with the rest of our party. But, yeah, I'm just trying to... You know, I think it's a good time to get Hector and Lynn a little bit more experience. Oh, I probably should have checked if this was in bolting range. Nice crit. We got a good dodge and a nice crit there. That crit with the horse sound is really, really nice. All right, so here we're taking 0 damage thanks to that pure water. And because of the way I positioned Lynn, we can actually counter these guys at 2 range because that's the only way that they can attack us. Yeah, admittedly, a lot of these enemies are on the weaker side, so we're not getting a ton of experience from them. So this isn't really... A lot of these enemies here aren't really, you know, for grinding up any units in particular, but that's okay. Nice. 26 strength, man. Oh, you have a hand axe. Okay. I'm not overly concerned about that, although the positioning here is a little bit annoying. Yep, 0 damage from that flux. Missed anyways, and she gets a nice crit. Cool. Yeah, Lynn's over here. Oh yeah, those guys, the promoted enemies are the ones that are going to be giving us quite a bit of experience. That was bolting range. Okay. 15 damage here means if we hit, we just physic and then we'll be good, but we're okay. Okay. Definitely need to be careful with that. Okay. Yeah, I had a feeling that would be bolting range. Okay, the fact that we moved this guy is perhaps a little bit annoying, but also he moved in order to hit that bolting. Oh well, no, that's just what his bolting range is. I think because he can move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, yeah, this is just what his bolting range would have been. Okay, not to worry though. We are still at 17 res, and you have 21, so we're not going to be taking much from bolting even if he does land it. Now these guys... positioning here is a little off because these guys have been moving around quite a bit. Let me see here. If I move Lynn all the way up here, you're not going to be able to reach, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, not even close. Okay. But we will be in range of bolting. So there is a chance that I know exactly what I'm going to do here. Potentially. 15, 7, 14. Do I need to pure water again? Okay. Move here. Okay, if I move up there, we can line it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Well, okay, but I could move Lynn up here. And then Priscilla here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. That is exactly what I want to do. Well, okay, we will have to deal with the hand axe guy over here. I don't like that he moved into this corner. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually really annoyed that he moved into this corner. Not that it's a huge issue. We just won't get to use our sword, which is also fine because she's really close to S-Wing swords anyways. Okay, so here's the idea. I'm gonna move Lynn here. We're gonna use another Pure Water just to make sure we're ultra minimizing damage on these next turns here. Especially since I have plenty of these Pure Waters and I don't really plan on making a ton of use out of them later. What we're going to do, she still has her bow equipped, right? Not that it really matters, but she does still have her bow equipped. What I'm gonna do with the Pure Water, okay, the Pure Water gives her 18 res, which means she's not taking any damage from any of these guys. Except for you, okay? So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna move Priscilla up here, and this is where I wanna use Warp. And we're gonna move Lynn all the way up here. That gives a lot of experience too, look at that. Okay, this guy doesn't move, I see. I'm not overly concerned about that, so we're just gonna step here to... I can attack you, but I don't want to attack you. I'm gonna step here and just wait with Hector. We are trying to avoid the lava tiles here. Although for Eliwood here, I don't think we have much of an option but to step on one of these, which is perhaps a little bit annoying. That's 4 from you. Okay. 4 from the guy with 17 attack? Which means we're taking an additional 4 from you for 8 damage on top of the 10. So 18 damage. We still will be okay. Especially since it's out of his bolting range now. Yes. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna step here and just rapier. He has a very low hit chance here, so we're even more okay just because of that. Weapon triangle advantage is really coming in clutch here to keep Eliwood safe. All right, first level since promotion. And he gets all the worst stats, although the res helps. The res helps. Oh, and we get Kanto. Would you look at that? So we don't have to take the lava damage. Perfect. And you're gonna miss. And we take you down just as easily. We're really trying to hope. We're really fingers crossed here that Eliwood gets some speed level ups. All right, see, no damage, and we get a clean counter here. Yeah, we can't counter these guys, or at least one of these guys, because they'll attack from close range here, but we will take out the rest of them that can attack, which is this guy, right? Cool, cool, cool. Lynn is already so fast. Yeah, you're gonna bolting 3 damage with the pure water mitigating that somewhat, and barely even has a chance to hit either. Very, very nice. What that means is this turn we can take out the bolting guy right now, this instant. Let's see here. How do we want to do this? Not with the bow, because you wouldn't be able to attack. Not that it really matters. What are we? This is 7. This is 16. We have... Yeah, okay. We're totally fine. Yeah, we'll just use a sword here. It's not going to be a big deal. I don't think we'd be able to... We wouldn't be able to counter anyways. Cool. And that's the bolting guy down. So now we don't have to worry about that anymore. So we'll get this... We'll get Eliwood moving here. What do you have? Steel blade. Normally here I'd want a javelin for weapon triangle advantage, but I think the rapier will do just fine. Nice crit. Okay, cool. We don't even really need to heal at this point. Eliwood is totally fine back here. Although... Hector, we are going to run into a little bit of trouble with him. But it should be fine. So we've got one hammer coming right up. And he's going to have to take that a chunky hit here from the fire pillars. But he should be okay. Even against this guy with 19 attack, he can't touch Hector at all. Although we do want to deal with him next turn if we can. We'll get Nils over here. And then Priscilla can just make her way, can just be on her way. Yeah, you are going to attack Lynn here. Not a big deal. Oh, that enemy got completely obliterated there. We could lose a little bit of experience, but it's not that big of a deal. Now we have to I don't want a javelin here. I'd rather lure you out if we can. With the hand axe though is unfortunate. Oh. Doesn't want to get lured out, it seems. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have a hand axe though. We'll be okay there. But I think we do run with the javelin here. We just don't attack. Or I think we just hold on to the rapier and minimize this guy's chance of hitting. That's probably better. So we'll just I'm pretty sure we'll just be able to kill with the rapier in one go after this. So I think we just advance Eliwood. Because he is at most, he's not going to be taking a ton of damage. So we will just wait here. Now, oh, there is an empty spot here. And we are blocking the way, so Nils can actually make it up. And we can boost Hector's movement just a little bit. Okay, let's do this. Hand axe is fine. We will dance here. And get everyone moving, especially you, because we can come over here and essentially taunt out the sniper here. I could have waited and let Eliwood grab this experience, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. Like, he's got 2 more elites to kill, and then we'll give him the boss kill as well. He'll be decently caught up at least. Yeah, we'll just sword here as well. And there's their S-rank swords on Lynn. Especially because, yeah, I definitely want to be using swords on Eliwood as well, because he also wants to get to S-rank swords as quickly as we can. I can give Priscilla a kill here. It's a level 10 monk. It's really not going to make that much of a difference. don't think we need to heal Eliwood yet either. Maybe next turn we will, but not now. So you know what? Yeah, we'll just let Priscilla get this kill here. Might as well. Let her do a little something. This guy's so weak anyways. Ah, so gets her a little bit a level here. Level 10, right? Nice. Oh, yeah, next guy. I was like, whoa, who's attacking him? Yeah, this guy, that makes sense. Yeah, minimizing the chance to hit there was a good idea though. Oh, you have a longbow. I probably should have looked at that. Probably should have looked at that. That's okay. Could honestly keep you here, right? Okay, okay, Eliwood's gonna have to take a hit here. Well, actually, no, right, we have Kanto, right? Gonna dodge. Yep, there's another level for him, thanks to the elite. Okay, he's been getting so much strength, but he's still not getting speed. That's my biggest concern with him right now, is he's just not getting speed. Okay, we will move here. Oh, wait, no, longbow, right? Yeah, okay, so you can attack 1, 2, 3. So I'll move here. We can take this guy out on the next turn, and then this guy out on the next turn with the javelin, hopefully. And then for everyone else, we can get a move on, start breaking down these walls. Now the walls are pretty hefty, gotta say. So it's gonna take some time to break these walls down. Don't want to do that. I'll move. We'll move Priscilla there. Keep her safe. Hector, you can stay there. I don't need you to get this experience. Nils. Okay, well. Let's just make sure. Let's just make sure that he can't go attack Nils as well. You step outside of the range there. We should be good. Oh, shoot. What? I am one of Sir Roland's warriors. George. For some reason, I want to read that as like Georg, like with a hard G there, but I think George just makes more sense. You trespass here. I will cut you down. I did not know he moved. Okay, that guy just moves. Okay. Well, we're okay because Lynn would have survived that anyways, even if she got hit. But that is good to know that he moves. Oh, there's the second rapier. Yep, you can longbow all you want. I do not care. All right. You have a hand axe, so... But I want to move here so I can javelin hit, right? 18 is enough. We're going to go ahead and let Eliwood take this out, actually. For another really nice chunk of experience there. Okay. This guy, he moves. Okay, we're going to keep Lynn out of range then for now. What's the max range where... Okay, we need to be a little bit closer to get Physic off here. I will go ahead and Physic Eliwood now. Probably not super necessary, but we'll just keep him topped off just in case. Don't need to start attacking that just yet. All right, now the goal is really to just get Eliwood over there. Yep. So here, if I could, what's your movement? Oh, but okay. If I could get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, won't be enough. We'll just have to attack with a javelin anyways if we wanted to KO. So once again, I think the better thing to do is just minimize his chance to hit. In the meantime, that will do it, right? The hand axe doesn't quite do it, but this is 3. This is a 3-hit break. Which means Hector will be busting through next turn. Over here, though, I'm a little bit more concerned. Okay, that's good damage. 24. But we take 26 in return. That's gonna take a good few hits. Priscilla's gonna be on her way now. With a steel bow, we can counter for a really nice chunk of damage. But we risk the 2% crit. Oh, we risk the 2% crit. Okay. I understand. So yeah, I was right to bring the Iron Rune just in case. Although getting it on Lyn at this point is going to be a little difficult. But I think actually, honestly, bringing him over here helps out a little bit. Because if we can get Eliwood, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, he'll be attacked from here, so we'll be here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We might be able to get crit protection if necessary. I think what I actually want to do. Oh my god, dude! If he had landed and he had crit, I think that would have just killed Lyn. Not that it's a big deal. This chapter is pretty darn short, so I don't think we have much to worry about. Like, resetting doesn't cost very much. Oh, you're just gonna attack from there. You know, that makes sense. Okay, this is gonna take a little bit, but... And I do want to get the kill. I do want to give Eliwood the kill on this guy, because... Well, not one, he drops the tomahawk, right? And two... he... What is it? We'll give Eliwood a good chunk of experience. That's what we want. Okay, so I need to be very careful here about how I go about this. I need to move Eliwood here. Hector can break this down, and we can get Nils in a sufficient position where he's not threatened. Okay, well, not just yet. We need to take this guy out first, but we should be able to do that no problem next turn. Oh, interesting. Priscilla doesn't risk a crit at all. I wonder... Sometimes that just makes me wonder, like, why? Why does she not risk the crit, but... I mean, she does just get one shot if she gets a hit, so that's a whole nother issue, but that's interesting. Huh. Maybe it's the luck that, like, the little bit of luck that makes the difference, potentially? Not sure. Yeah, but we need to keep Priscilla over here. Yeah, Priscilla over here. Nils could... We don't really need to dance Hector here, so we're just gonna end turn. Get this guy in the right position. For a kill here, Rapier will do. Oh my god, dude. He just doesn't want to get speed. Eliwood really just doesn't want to get speed. Okay, we're actually going to drop this extra elixir here. I don't need too many elixirs here. We got a good number here. Oh my god, dude, he just does not want to get speed. I think I know who the speed wing is going to. Unfortunately. I would have loved to be able to give it to Hawkeye, but Eliwood is really having a speed problem here. Okay, so now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can get him not quite to a safe area, but I can't. It's possible to get him to a safe area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. How are we gonna do this? He has 40 attack. Keep this in mind. 40 attack with a tomahawk means he's doing what to Hector? Like 17? Which, I mean, if that crits, then that still kills Hector, right? So we really, really want to avoid getting crit here. How much move do you have? 6 move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have to. I can't check. This is the problem. Is with the range that I'm at, I can't check what's safe or not. Okay, let's get our units into place at the very least. What I can do is bring Eliwood here, rescue with Hector, and then dance. And then move Hector out of the way and drop Eliwood here. So now we're a little bit better positioned. Just a little bit better positioned. Okay. Hey, Future Era's here. So before we continue, I have to say the strategy that you're going to see me use next up here is really weird and honestly super suboptimal. I was going through it again and I realized, I said that I was going to use the rings, but for some reason when I was playing this, despite saying that, the rings just did not appear as an option in my head, so I completely ignored it. So you're gonna see me go do some weird roundabout, relying on some RNG strategy that you're about to see here. So yeah, I am aware that I probably just should have used the rings, and it would have made this way easier and not a problem at all. But past eras, which is just being weird, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, I'll leave it at that and let's let you watch what happened here. My first goal here is to check something. And we have Nils here to provide us the flexibility to do that. So Nils is actually going to be proving very, very useful here. Because this allows us to at least check to see if we face crit, and which we do. The answer is we do. We face crit. So this is where the rings come in. Oh, but he has range. So if he's going to attack at range if he can. That's the biggest problem. And that only does 6 damage. So we need to get him in a spot where the Brave Sword... We need to get him to 22 HP for a guaranteed kill with the Brave Sword. Additionally, him being over here is a little annoying. 2% crit just kills there. Okay, here's what I think we can do. We're going to bring Eliwood over here. And just wait. We're gonna come over here with Hector. And I need to trade. Okay, how much does he do? 40 attack. 40 attack. On 23 defense is 17 damage. Which we can take. What's Priscilla's? I don't think she can heal from all the way over there, so we're gonna need to make judicious use of elixirs. But it could work. We're going to equip the hand axe here, and we're going to trade with Nils to get the Iron Rune just to make sure that we don't die. To a crit. And then wait here. And then that should lure him out over here to attack Hector. It'll do 17. We do a very nice amount in return. 22 is not quite enough though. However, I need to avoid that. By the way, do we have a crit? No. Okay, so Hector didn't have anything to worry about here. Okay. I can't break this thing down. I should have been attacking it. Because I need Eliwood. I need to be able to heal Eliwood. And Nils is not in a safe position either. I'm just trying to get Eliwood this kill, but it's gonna be so difficult. $22? We need a little bit more damage. I mean, Hector could just outright kill. Is kind of the problem right now, right? Is that Hector can just outright kill. That's a really bad idea. We have to take this 26. Do we have an elixir? We do. I suppose there is a chance. But that chance would be attack. We would need to attack and then dance and then use an elixir. Either way, the only thing I can do right now is trade Eliwood the Iron Rune. Bring Nils over here. Position Eliwood here with the Brave Sword, or potentially even with the Javelin, so we can potentially counter. What's his hit chance if we use a Brave Sword? 54%. And with the Iron Root, his crit chance is reduced to 0, which is what we want to see. Okay, I think we just wait here. Lynn, I don't know, just start breaking this thing down. And then can Priscilla get a hit in there as well? Yeah, she can. Okay, so you're going to attack at range. And you land, which is really scary. But basically here, what I do... I don't have enough physic range, is the problem. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9. Okay, because the only way I can do this is if I use an elixir with Eliwood, dance, and then attack. But if I attack, I face the chance of getting countered. This is the problem with not having 1-2 range. And then I just get one shot because I can't double heal, especially since I don't have Priscilla over here. Oh my god, and Hector does face that crit chance. Okay. Do I just have to give the kill to Hector here? Like, I think I don't... The only thing I can do is hope he misses at some point. But I only have so many elixirs to burn through. Oh boy. We'll push him back a little bit and use the elixir here. And I think we just equip a no, but I need him to miss. I'd rather him miss than risk our Javelin 16. We need to hit 2 of these. We would need to hit 2 of these. And he has an 82% hit chance to do 28 damage. See, if I had Eliwood at full here, then we could do something, because then I could attack, and then dance, and then attack. So I just need him to miss. I just need him to miss. Okay, well, I'm gonna try it. We have these elixirs, so we do have the chance to give it a try. So we're gonna use an elixir here. And just wait here. Is there a reason to dance here? No, I don't think so. Okay. The goal is really just to get him to miss. Okay. We'll see how well we can do this. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's not going to be in range. Yeah, okay. So we can just break this wall down and get Priscilla in a position where she can go heal in the off chance that we need it. I think there is a chance that we will need it, but well, let's see here. Okay, please miss. Okay. We got it. He missed. He missed. Okay, we got a miss. Using weapon triangle to our advantage here. So now what we can do is we can Brave Sword. I think that covers it, right? Because we Brave Sword here. This guarantees the double. And then we dance. We dance, yeah, okay. I really needed the turn duplication here more than anything else. Although, honestly, I did not consider... The rings might have worked. The rings might have helped, but this works just as well, I think. Boosting defenses would have helped. Phila's might would have helped. In fact, we could have just Phila's mighted. We could have just used Phila's might to actually just take the KO this time around, but it's fine. That the duplication accomplishes the exact same thing. So we'll go ahead and use the one rapier use and take this guy out. All Eliwood right there. Haha. I don't understand. You seem familiar. Who are you? You and Sir Roland are as one. Goodbye, George. Can you get a point of speed, please? Oh my god. Eliwood hates speed. My Eliwood really hates speed. Alright, we got a Tomahawk, which we can... get rid of the elixir for, I guess. I forgot to do some trades, but in the chaos of trying to get the kill there, it should be okay, though. Alright, we're all good. We can get everyone moving. I think we need Eliwood here. I think we need Eliwood there, yeah. So... we will go ahead and yeah, that wraps it up. It's this chapter is you know, quite a bit smaller. It's really honestly really nice to have a bit of a breather chapter after the last two super long ones. But yeah, that wraps up this chapter. We'll go ahead and claim a space, as the objective calls it. You have stood your guard for so long. I'm sorry. Their souls may now rest. At long last. Time for a reunion of sorts. Eliwood, move back. My old friend, the little knight, Sir Roland. Roland, awaken and answer my call. My friend, wise, all-seeing Athos. Good to see you, Roland. I feel much time has passed. Seeing you again, it brings back memories. Fighting the dragons, old friends. All this time, lost in memory. It's been almost 1,000 years, and yet, once again, the world is threatened by one who craves the might of dragons. The might of dragons. Heed my words, Roland. This boy is descended from your blood. Please, lend him your strength. I no longer have flesh and bone in this world. I cannot... No, wait. Take this. Its blade shall serve as a vessel for my soul's strength. If you do such a thing, you will pass forever from the reach of this world. And yet my heart will be glad. If I might help my children, there is nothing else I need do. I ask that you see this through, my friend. I will. Lord Athos, who was that man? So you were able to see him too. That was your ancestor, the warrior Roland. That was Roland? Look! Above the altar. A sword. Take it. It belongs to you now. What a wondrous blade. Durandal, the sword of sacred fire. So this is the legendary blade. Durandal, the sword of sacred fire. It's strange, isn't it? I've never seen it before. And yet, it feels so familiar. I will use this to battle Nergal. Come to the Dragon's Gate. What? The sword. It's glowing. Watch out! Something's coming. It can't be. It's a dragon. No! How is it possible? Get back, everyone! Eliwood, are you alright? I think so. My body moved on its own. It was as if the sword itself was guiding my arm. The sword of sacred fire was made to combat dragons. With so much power, who can say what it might be capable of? What, this ice dragon? Surely. Is something the matter, Lord Athos? No. Let me be the one to answer that. Blackheart, Nergal. Ninian proved useless. I've come for a replacement. Nils! Don't waste your breath. He won't be awake for some time. Nils will do for me what Ninian would not. Scum! What have you done with Ninian? It's not what I've done. It's what you've done, Eliwood. What? Eliwood, did you never once question it? Why the siblings were needed to open the Dragon's Gate? Why did it have to be Ninian and Nils? The answer is simple. The Dragon's Gate cannot be opened by humans. Why would humans be able to open a gate that was designed for dragons? What? It's pitiful, really. Poor Ninian's plight. Coaxed by my honeyed words, she passed through the gate. Though unable to return home, she refused to aid me and wandered lost and alone until she was slain by the hand of the one she loved. What? What are you saying? Can you not guess? Or is it that you are afraid to know? Very well. Let me tell you, Eliwood. The ice dragon there. The beast slaughtered by your hand. That is Ninian. The girl you loved. The girl you swore to protect. She returned to her true form and lost all human memory. Yet you, above all else, remained in her heart, and she came here. Look upon the creature you have slain. That is Ninian. Go on. Look. She's using the last of her strength to take human form for one last time. I believe there may still be time enough to say farewell. You know, of course, that you cannot save her. Nergal! You foul demon! It's not me. You, Eliwood. You killed her. You. Calm down! Get a hold of yourself, Eliwood. Lord Eliwood. Ninian? Ninian! Ninian! Eliwood. Ninian. Please, Ninian. Don't die. What have I done? I'm glad. What? You're unharmed, my lord. I'm glad. Ninian. Lord Eliwood, please. Please. This land. Protect. Ninian. Ninian? You can't. Answer me. There's so much I haven't told you. You can't. Why? Ninian! Sorry, I really can't do like those heart-wrenching screams. I don't have the voice acting chops for that. Sorry to ruin that. Oh, I didn't get to read that part. You will await the end of the world trembling in the shadows of dragons. I will not permit it. Instead, I will see you perish in flame. Oh, Athos making a move. I think Nergal's a bit too strong here, though. That kind of just tickled him. The purest fire, flame breath. Very impressive, Archsage Athos. However, fire is no longer my foe. Look, not even a legendary blade can cause me harm. At long last, I am impervious. Ha ha! Ha 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 ha. Gah. Miserable, aren't you, Athos? Yet out of respect for the great man you used to be, I'll leave. After all, 500 years ago, we followed the same path, did we not, old friend? Ha 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 ha. What do we do now? Not even legendary weapons can stop him. Nils! You're awake! Are you okay? Ninian! Ninian! Ninian? Where's my... Nils. I'm so sorry. Ah! Once again, another scream that I just can't do it service, man. Oh man, what a chilling scene. Definitely sad, right? What a reveal too. Yeah, I'm honestly, I don't really have any words for it. I honestly will start to tear up just a little bit there, experiencing that again. Yeah, not too much to say. I guess we'll just kind of leave the air there for where the story is. But that's chapter 28. In the coming chapters, looks like we're gonna probably go head out and finish the job, hopefully. Maybe in our case, avenge Ninian, I guess, right? But yeah, that's it for this one. So I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me.